Good morning, everyone. Sun just starting to come up, so we're starting to get some of those colors, far away. But it's a little bit cooler this morning, so that's been nice. Hopefully it'll cool down for everybody. Kind of had a heat wave going through, but so far very nice this morning. Sometimes I'll see deer just like right outside of those trees there. But we had a storm last night, so we got some interesting clouds. Colors are looking good this morning too. So, just a nice, enjoyable day. It's going to be hot. It's been real hot, I think everywhere. All across the U.S. this week, it's been extremely hot. But we'll see. It should be nice. I got a couple pictures earlier showing some of the clouds, so I'll include those in this video for you guys. Good morning, everyone. Doing my walk. You can see the sun starting to come up. I like seeing all the hay bales after it's been mowed and rolled up. Hello, everyone. Back again for quick abdominal lateral core, so lower ab, lower back. Trying to mobilize a little body fat and then walk to burn it off. So here we are again, ab mat reverse crunch. You can kind of see I've got a good stretch here. And then, like I said, our abs don't do this motion. My legs just moving. I'm flexing my hips, so the hip flexors are doing that. So what we want is more of, I can't show it with my legs down, but so we want our pelvis to kind of roll up and our lower back to round, our back to round, because that's what our abdominals do. They kind of make us go over like that. One thing that can help with it too, to make sure you're kind of doing things right, is making sure you're breathing out when you are, in this case, kind of curling the pelvis up towards the shoulders. Just seems to help some with the contraction. So, all right, enough chit chat. Time to get started. All right, back raises next. All right, so 45-degree hyperextension, back raise, whatever you want to call it. Let the back round and then come up straight. That way you work those paraspinal muscles. I'm going to go heavier with the weight today and do fewer reps. Kind of like alternating, one day where it's higher reps, one day where it's lower. Kind of breaks up the monotony of it all. Definitely feel the abdominals working. All right, that's it. You will feel some glutes and some hamstrings with this too, but by rounding the back and straightening it out, you definitely get the paraspinals in there. Keep your back straight. It's more hips and hamstrings, with the back just kind of acting as a stabilizer. So you got options just depending on what you want to accomplish. All right, guys, I'll keep the video off of me, let you enjoy the view more. Then you can see some of the clouds too. It's kind of neat. But I guess what I wanted to talk about today is, I get up early. That's just what works for me. I've always done it. And I take these walks because it improves my health. It's helped to lower heart rate, helps to decrease stress, and just be able to manage everything. So I guess the biggest thing is just you have to make that investment in yourself and in your health. Doesn't mean you have to get up early and do what I'm doing. I just use that as kind of an example, of what works for me, and then kind of that way you've got a principle and you can apply that principle to you and how it's going to play out. If you're a night owl and just cannot get up early, then you're not going to be able to do it consistently, so it's not worth it. So walk later in the day or figure something else out that works for you. And maybe you already walk a lot during the day, so a walk's not the best thing. You need something else to kind of help out on health and stress. So you got to figure that out. But I think with all the videos, you get an idea of the different things that can be done. Activity is important, sleep, watching what we eat, managing stress is the biggest thing. If you can do those things, it'll make a difference. And so just figure out what's kind of the low-hanging fruit for you. Maybe it's you're only sleeping 4 hours at night, so try to figure out what you can do to get a little more sleep, and that's probably going to have a big impact on your health. And then maybe once you get that squared away, maybe then you can add something else in. So I hope this is helpful. Again, I'm with the stuff I post, I'm not trying to say, oh, this is what you have to do, this is how you do it. Now, this is how I do it, but you might need to do things differently. But it's just a different application of the same principle. The applications can be many, but the principles are few. So just keep that in mind. And if you guys have questions or want some guidance on maybe some advice on how to incorporate this in your life with the situation you're in, just reach out to me. Let me know. I'll help you out. I enjoy helping people. All right, guys, have a good day, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.